The Steve Dahl Podcast. Check out a free sample and subscribe today at Dahl.com.
Yeah, we're simulblasting on WLSAM 890 and the Loop 97.9, the last live show on the Loop, because tonight at midnight it switches over. Jesus takes the wheel.
That's right.
Jesus, take the wheel. Currently on the phone right now, we have Mr. Jonathon Brandmeier. Hey, Johnny B.
What's up? Jesus, take the wheel.
Jesus,
help us all. The Loop. I didn't even know the Loop was still on the air.
Yeah, well, it is until midnight.
Are you kidding me?
No, it's at midnight. It's turned it into a Christian station.
Well, I've got to go back and just get those last few hours from the Loop in. I mean, how? What?
I know. That's why I'm having you on.
Believe it.
And I got Buzzman ready to go too, if that's cool.
Buzzman! Hey, by the way, I was just doing the Buzz kettlebell workout. That is fantastic.
Right? Are you doing it?
What is it again? You lift your daughter up and down? I'm not.
He says that, but in fact, he had a kettlebell before I did and was giving me advice on it.
Really?
Thank you,
Yes.
but my daughters are old, so it's really getting hard for me to lift them up.
Yeah, you got to go to the kettlebell then.
And this is such a
By the way, this is the first time Buzz and I have talked. What Buzz? Talked. We do email, but talking in a year, would you say?
When was the last day we were on the air?
Really?
Yeah,
Last
right.
time we talked.
Really?
It's unbelievable. Steve, look what you buzz. Like Dean and Jerry.
I feel like Sinatra right now. Ladies and gentlemen.
Seriously?
Especially, it's a major coincidence because just before the phone rang, I finished installing a picture of Johnny B as my cover photo on my new Facebook page.
Oh, nice.
Wow.
Nice.
There's a tie in there, which I won't, needless to say, there's some humorous aspects to it. But
All right.
You know, it's really weird. By the way, first of all, I can't tell you, literally, I am not joking, man. I am so excited to be talking to you guys right now. It's like this is because, you know what? This, I think, what happened here with this thing being dumped or sold or whatever hell happens these days.
Yeah, sold.
It just reminds me of what the hell we were doing. And I'll tell you something, Steve, just before you broke, you were telling that story about Andy Kaufman.
Uh-huh.
And I literally, honestly, I go, what the hell? Look what you were doing. Look what you were doing, man. You were in a box waiting for Andy Kaufman to take you out.
I know.
I mean, we could sit here and we could do nonstop story after story after story because it doesn't happen anymore.
No.
It doesn't happen.
No, it does not.
I want to swear, but I'm not going to swear either. But that does not happen. And by the way, did you see the movie the documentary with Jim Carrey about the making of Andy, the Man on the Moon?
Yeah.
How unbelievable is that, dude?
Jim's out there. He might be farther out there or further out there than farther than Andy
Than
was.
Buzz?
Nobody's further out than Buzz.
Oh, my God. Once again, one of the most unique dudes on the radio. You're talking to Buzz right there. This is the guy. And you know why Buzz was unique to me and to you, and I'm sure, is because you just – Buzz didn't really care about radio. He just wanted to have a good time. We were kindred spirits. We just wanted to jack around.
Yeah.
We didn't really care where it was going. And once you start caring where it was going, that's when it goes down the tubes.
Yeah.
You start caring, I'm telling you. So when you don't give a rat's ass what anyone thinks, when you just don't care.
Yeah.
I remember going to Redemax and remember Steve the Riff? He was like, I was coming from Phoenix and you were saying, hey man, or you were in the paper, whatever it was.
Yeah.
Saying, you're going to drive me out of town. All this. It was just like
You had a commercial with a pig in a Hawaiian shirt.
Yep. Yeah, you got to go. Oh,
You
Mr. D,
started
Mr.
it.
D. Yeah, you too, fat boy. I say right now, I'm Mr. D. I think of myself, oh my God. That was so stupid.
I don't know, man. It was we were given our time and we made the most of it, I think. So
yeah, that's a way to say it right there. You didn't waste time. And I just saw some footage of these archive videos, some of this stuff with Danny. We bring out Danny. And we bring out Kevin Matthews, and Kevin Matthews brings out a monkey.
Yeah, sure, of course.
couldn't follow it because, with Kevin, his concepts were all over the place. Like, I never really knew what he was talking. Wait a minute, am I talking to Jim Short? Or who are they?
He couldn't hang on to a concept for his life. I mean, it didn't matter to him.
His mind worked so fast, he would be in the middle of a concept and skip to another concept.
Yeah.
I go like this. I go, hey, so Kevin comes out with the monkey. I go, hey, look at this. We're at the Chicago Theater, and the crowd is going crazy. Here's Kevin and the monkey and Danny Bonaduce. And I go, Kevin brought Jim Shorts. And no, Kevin brought Jim Shorts' baby. He goes, it's not Jim Shorts' baby. I go, what? He goes, it's not Jim Shorts' baby. It's Jim Shorts.
Kevin from the
another transcendent concept.
Kevin.
But wait, let's take it to the next level. This is what I'm talking about. This group of crazy that we were in. Okay, now he says this is Jim Shorts, and then someone yells. I don't know who it was. Probably someone from the crowd. Kiss my monkey. And Danny Bonaduce proceeds to lip lock on a monkey for about what seemed to be 35 straight seconds. And I just thought to myself, God, I love this gig.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and great listeners were the reason that we had to do that.
I think you were talking about it on one of those news channels. I think you said we were kindred spirits. There's not a place where I go, somebody goes, hey, how about those days, man? You, Dahl, Kevin, and Buzz, and Danny Bonaduce, but wait, throw the other one in. Throw the kicker of crazy in. Eddie Schwartz?
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? You got a guy, Kevin Matthews, doing Eddie better than Eddie,
right.
And he's doing it while we're... But, Steve, do you remember being at my house? You, me, Kevin... And we started dialing Eddie. We would always say, let's jack with Eddie.
Yeah, when he was on... He's on overnight, so we'd call and... And did we disguise our voices? Or were we ourselves? I can't remember.
Well, first of all, between you and me and Buzz, I'm the only guy.
You're the one.
Yeah? What about me?
You only have the one voice, yeah.
That's a standard character.
Yeah. And it's right on. Whatever it is, it's right on.
I think it was a dog, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. Oh, yeah?
I remember we used to Gary and I used to make fun of Eddie all the time on WGN. And then Kevin, as Kevin will do, he'll come in, take your concept, and then execute it better. So you can't even claim it anymore. People go, yeah, right, sure, you did it before he did. Listen to how good he does it.
But you know what it was? You just described the perfect. It was tag team. It was like it was like, hey, those guys did that this morning. It was like what people would say to me is it was a seamless broadcast.
Yeah.
You turned that station on. You knew you were going to have a good time. Something weird was going to happen. And it would just start in the morning, just keep on going. Just all the way through. And when you talk about calling Eddie overnight, we did do voices. And then he would say, I think that's those guys. I think it's guys from the station. And then
I think it's guys from the station. So the first day
I think it's guys from the station.
Wait
a minute. Was that Buzz doing it?
No.
I don't know. Well, who that was? That was you.
No, it wasn't.
You've got two voices, John. You do two impressions.
Wow.
So I'm making. They hire Eddie Schwartz to do overnights. Larry Wirt does, right? And then I'm making fun of Eddie. Gary and I are making fun of him in the afternoon. And Larry calls me and goes, what are you doing? I said, making fun of Eddie Schwartz. Making fun of Eddie Schwartz. And he goes, you can't do that anymore. I said, no, you don't get it. You should... You can't hide. No, that's what we do. There's two shows that do that. Yeah. We're going to keep doing it. Why did you go hire him? You should have left him where he was. I mean, with all due respect to Eddie, it was funnier.
First thing he did was break the toilet.
Yeah.
They had to rebuild the toilet for him.
They had to put a floor mount in. Yeah. They had a wall-mounted one, and it wasn't rated for 600 pounds.
And you're supposed to go on the air and keep that a secret.
Yeah, right. Don't tell anybody. Oh, okay. And I thought, he would use talcum powder, and because if you have a couple of Dunlops, it can get a little cheesy in there. And I thought that was cocaine. I was down there on the floor for half an hour, like, how do I get all this cocaine into an envelope or something? But it turned out it was talcum powder. Talcum powder.
Oh my God! Oh my God!
Yeah, I spent time searching for the memo that Les Elias issued when I first got there, like 81 or 2 or something. Warning who was ever peeing in the plants in the lobby had better stop.
Sky.
The funny thing to me was they couldn't pinpoint anybody. There were too many likely suspects.
Hey, Steve, was it Sky?
It was Sky. Yeah.
He
could never make it.
Of love.
He could not make it all the way to the bathroom. I guess.
I'm not sure I follow you.
All right, so
I can't believe that was Sky. But you think about that. Okay, let's go back to the beginning, because I think what's happened here, whoever allowed you to do this, whoever idea this is for you to end this, ship, let it sink forever, I will tell you that this is a great idea, because I can now go back to 1978. I'm dating my still wife, Lisa. We're dating, and we went to Chicago Fest. I think it was, Steve, was it called Chicago Fest? The Blues Festival, it was on the
first
Navy
was,
Pier.
That
Chicago Fest first, yeah.
Yeah.
Then it became the Taste.
Yeah.
And we were walking through that fest, and I just kept hearing, "Go! Go! Go!" And I thought, what? I go to Lisa, what is that all about? She goes, "Oh, there's that guy on the radio, Steve Dahl is on the radio, and those are like his fans." I said, You got to be kidding me! I was in '78. So I was in, I'm going to say Rockford or Milwaukee, but, back in the day, you didn't get to hear shows. But right. I heard just enough to know, this he's eating breakfast on the air. He's eating
that guy's gotta
while
eat.
He's talking.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't, and I just thought, I'd never seen anything like that. It was like, go. And it was like, wow, that's pretty amazing. So I thought, man, maybe you can do something with this medium. Maybe there is something here that you just tapped into that I think kind of brought that town together. I thought it was pretty interesting.
Oh, well, thanks,
really
man. You did a good job yourself, and I think that might have been Loop Fest back in the day. They had a couple of Loop Fests
on the pier. There was a lot of those
black
T-shirts for $20.
Yeah, that was the right, absolutely. Do you guys want to hang on and talk some more, or do you want to go? What do you want to do?
Yeah, I want to just say one thing. I want to say one thing about some other people. Should I hang on? Yeah, go ahead. Do what you have to do.
We just got to stop. I still have to do what I'm told.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Steve Dahl.
Yeah.
Did you ever say, I'm Steve freaking Dahl?
About 10 times this week.
Yeah, that's what I used to say.
And they just shrug. They would just shrug. Yeah, right. They just shrug their shoulders at me. All right, hang on.
Okay.
More Johnny B and Buzz Kilman in just a second.
You're listening to the last live show on the Loop ever.
It was fun while it lasted.
This is the Steve Dahl Show. Heard weekday afternoons on WLS AM 890. Sponsored by David Hochberg of Pearl Mortgage. Visit PERLDavid.com.
Been a long time with the rock and roll, but it's over tonight at midnight. Steve Dahl Show. Simulcasting on WLS AM 890 and the Loop 97.9, the last live show on the Loop. Jonathon Brandmeier, Buzz Kilman on the line. Hey, gentlemen.
Times it's a fucking road. Hey, Buzz, were you working out really during the commercial break? Were you lifting kettlebells?
No, I was not.
You're a liar.
Were you
shaving your pubes?
What I was doing is none of anybody's business.
I got to tell you, what a weird dude. So, Mr. Dahl,
yes.
Here's what I wanted to say, because it seems when I was, when this news came, Vincenzo, Vinny, he sends a text. He says, hey, this is what we're waking up to today. And I go, what is this, a loop? What? Sold to a religious station? What the hell?
Yep.
And the fact is, they didn't even know about it until, the day before, and everybody got blown out, right?
Actually, the day of. Last
Holy
Tuesday.
Crap.
Yeah, I think 27 people lost their careers that day, or, lost their
At least
jobs.
they didn't have to worry about it. They didn't have time.
See?
Always with the silver lining playbook, Buzz Kilman.
See what I mean?
Always.
That's beautiful. At least you didn't have to. We had to worry about it. We got fired. We had to wait around.
Yeah. They woke up and all right.
Yeah, they were gone. But I didn't. I thought, oh God, that's kind of weird. It's a story. Radio sold, bankrupt. Everybody's bankrupt. Everybody's sold. I get it. But then I started thinking about it. I saw you on the shows. And those news channels were calling me, and I'm like, I don't want to talk about the Loop. What am I going to say about it? I don't know. But if you want to talk about it, you were there. You're in it. You kicked it off. So I want to talk about it. But here's what I was thinking about, and I got nostalgic, and it kind of made me think that we have to remember one thing. You got guys like Matt Bisbee. Mm-hmm. Matt Bisbee is a freaking genius.
He did all the
guy
production.
Would take anything and make it funny.
Yeah. All the promos were Matt Bisbee.
He does the voiceover for the answering machine of my veterinarians, and that's funny.
Oh my God! But he was like unsung. He would just take something. He would drive into work, hear something Buzz said, or I said, and then he would just turn that into a promo. And next thing you know, now go to the promotions department and go to Pam Colts, Cindy Gatziolis, and the late Sandy Stahl. Mm-hmm. You would say something like, and not something like, I would say, hey, you know, they're opening a new Hard Rock Cafe in Tokyo. We should go there. Okay, let's make it happen. I go, what?
Yeah. Next thing you know, you're there.
Go to Tokyo.
Yeah, you're there.
I mean, it was like join the loop and see the world. and I did.
Exactly right.
I'm in Germany at Oktoberfest. I'm in some foreign country for some Brazilian. It was amazing.
Yeah.
It was unbelievable. And those people that I just mentioned, they made that stuff happen. I mean, they just made it happen. And it was like nowadays in radio, if you were to tell somebody you have an idea, even the word idea makes them, you can see their eyes shut.
They shudder. They begin to shudder.
An idea? What do you mean an idea? Just go in there
security.
And just talk.
Somebody call
Why don't we try
security.
it this way? You do it. We could do it. We could do it again. If anyone had balls, you could do it again. It's just how weird was it that we all converged at the same place, same time? It wasn't that big of a deal. It wasn't. It was a bunch of guys having a good time and being allowed. I think you brought that up, to have a good time.
Yeah.
Have a good time. And to be taken over by Buzz. I know this is, you probably don't want me to get into this, right, Buzz?
Well, I prefer you not to, but go ahead. You're on the air.
Because Buzz would always say to me, and he would do this, snidely off the air, for no reason off the air, he'd say, never trust a Christian. And I'd say, what are you talking about? I'm a Catholic all my life. What are you talking about? Enough said. I rest my case.
I
and then you go to the bathroom or whatever, look at his shoes. I don't know what he does.
There's somebody that wants to say hi to you guys.
Who?
Well, you're about to find out.
Wow. I like the surprise. I'm in the box.
Hello? Chet?
Oh, Chet. Johnny, Buzz. You want me to do the routine first and then talk? Because I wrote out my ad libs here, okay?
It's Chet, guys.
Oh.
Chet.
So is it Chet? Really? I can barely hear him.
Yeah, it's Bruce.
Oh, wow. Once again, another unsung hero right there, yeah. Bruce Wolf. Chet. Annoying as all hell, but yet one of the talented truth I know.
I wrote out a bit.
All right. Do your bit.
All right, here we go. Start it up again.
All right.
And just at the outset of prefaces, I want to say, hooray! The Cubs won the World Series. Well, I haven't been on the air in a while. I want to be a part of the celebration, but the loop, good old number 97 and 9/10 is done. Finito, shuffling off this mortal coil. Swallow. It makes me sad. But while it was here, it was that which nothing greater in the mind can be conceived apart by Enfield, ontological proof for the existence of God. We're talking now. We're talking Meyer. We're talking Matthew Tech. We're not talking. We're thinking of the three men I admire both, Salt, the Castro, and the Holy Ghost. Wait, parody a song by using the same words as the song Holy Ghost. Guess you ran out of gas after 6 minutes. Who does a full parody of American Pie? Hey, did I forget lyric words? Pause. Look, the loop is going Christian. To paraphrase Jonathan B., as he was affectionately known by no one, we ain't leaving till we're believing. I, for several years, respectfully submitted Love Chat. I'm going to take those Christian records and blow them up in Sox Park, and you know why? Because they're not in lap, and I'm a purist, race interlocutor. Goodbye, WLUP. Goodbye, old girl. Oh, wait, Comiskey was the old girl. Yes, when Carl Yastrzemski came to town. He came to town. Now, that's the song. That was the bottom lot of the loop up. Chet. Hi, guys. How are you?
Oh, my God. That was, I hope you got that clear, because that was crazy, man.
Yeah, I think we got it pretty clear.
We're not leaving till we're believing. We're not leaving till we're believing. Come on, Buzz. Solo. That's great. Oh, I'm sorry, Buzz. Put your hand in the hand of the man that fills the water. Put your hand in the hand of the man. You can fade me out if you want, Steve. Put your look at yourself and you can look at another easily. Put your hand in the hand from the man from Galilee.
You know that I had duty with Jonathon Brandmeier. He's fired me at WCKG to bring Buzz back. Okay.
All right, we
then
don't
I
need.
came
We
back
don't.
with him in 2005. No, it was fine. It was great. I loved it. Johnny made my career. There's no question about it. It's Johnny and Jimmy and you and all that.
Me?
But you created Chet. You inspired Chet. I listened to Chuck Swirsky on the Loop, and I said, "Oh, come on, I can do that."
You were a lawyer at the time, right?
I was a lawyer. Jimmy and Buzz come to my law office, which was about the size of a refrigerator box.
Jim DeCastro?
They came and DeCastro, and they brought me over to the Loop for. I was offered the same amount of money as WXRT, but then they threw in a cruise with Kathy Steinhauer, who was on it as well. So I mean, it was just that's what brought me over to the Loop.
All right.
So the rest is history. So thanks for having me on today. I appreciate it.
Hey, that was very, very funny. Record that and send me a copy of it, will you? I want that.
I will do that.
Yeah.
I will do that.
All right, Mr. Brandmeier? Mr. Brandmeier?
I think he's gone.
You hung up. You made him hang up. You made Johnny B hang up, Bruce.
Yeah.
Look, this is why you get fired.
Finally, I got a bit quiet.
This is why you get fired. Well,
I can't. I make nothing but enemies. That's all I do.
all right. Well, I'm going to say thanks to Bruce Wolf, thanks to Buzz Kilman, thanks to Johnny B. And Johnny B, you need to get back on the radio, bro.
Yep.
Or at least be doing a podcast or something. Thanks, guys.
Okay, bye-bye.
Hey, don't blame me,
I'm the
Buzz.
only one here.
Don't.
I was looking for Chet Coffin.
Don't blame me. Bruce is the one that made Johnny hang up.
Okay. I'll talk to you later.
Bye, guys. Thanks.
This is the Steve Dahl Show, the last live show on the Loop ever.
All right, everybody, stay right where you are.
Heard weekday afternoons on WLS AM 890. The Steve Dahl Show. This simulcast is sponsored by David Hochberg of Pearl Mortgage.
The leaders of tomorrow, listen to the Steve Dahl podcast today. Check out a free sample and subscribe today, you leader you, at Dahl.com.
All right, it's Steve Dahl. It's the Steve Dahl Show. Doc Jewin with us. Steve, Doc, and Brendan Greeley. We do a show every afternoon on WLS AM 890. We're on there right now, on here right now. But we're also on the Loop 97.9 today because this is the day that they switch over. At midnight, they're going to switch over. They changed it. It was going to be Saturday night, but now it's been moved up.
Yeah.
For legal reasons. I'm sure it's something I said.
Oh,
You know what?
Get one last crazy stunt.
Kudos to me.
Yeah, exactly.
So far we've had a really great show this afternoon. I think it's been fun for me anyway. Just talking. I don't mean like I did a great show. I mean like it's been fun talking to all of the different Loop folks we've been talking to. Kevin Matthews, Joe Walsh, who used to fill in for Gary and myself all the time. Sky Daniels, Mitch Michaels, Stan Lawrence, Johnny B, Buzz Kilman, and Bruce Wolf there.
It's fantastic.
As chat. And coming up here in a couple of minutes, we're going to talk to Danny Bonaduce.
Well.
Yeah, see what he's up to. Let me just remind you of a couple of things. First off, David Hochberg is making this all possible today.
The Hawk.
David Hochberg at Pearl Mortgage. David Hochberg at Team Hochberg. 312-751-1333 is the phone number there. PearlDavid.com is the website.
Yep.
PERLDavid.com. If you need a mortgage, if you need a refi, a HELOC, home equity, a line of credit, VA loan, debt consolidation, whatever you need, if you need to deal with a bank, you need to call a Hawk.
Send the Hawk in.
Because he don't mess around. And he's got a show every Saturday from 10 to noon on WLS AM 890. The Loop, although it won't be broadcast over the airwaves anymore beginning at midnight, you will be able to listen to it on if you have an HD radio on 101.1 HD2. And if you don't have an HD radio, you won't understand what that means, but if you do, you will. Also, we're on 94.7 HD2, the WLS AM feed is. Also, they will be streaming at WLUP.com. And if you would like to get, they're doing like a limited run of the classic black loop shirt. The black shirt with the white logo.
Right.
Limited run. This is how you get one. $20. Special looper price. Going out of business.
Yep.
Special going out of business price.
Everything must go.
$20 while they last. You need to text the word shirt. SHIRT. I wonder how many times people have left that. It's a statement. It's a statement, man. Mm-hmm. Well, I don't know about a poop emoji, but
right.
We're older. We don't think in emojis.
Exactly.
But, just to make a statement about what's happening to their station.
Yeah.
Text the word shirt to 312-979 to order. 312, area code, 979.
Yep.
$20, score yourself a shirt.
No shirt, Sherlock.
I don't think I have a loop shirt.
Got to get one, man.
I don't think I ever had one.
No,
I don't. I mean, we were the loop, so why would I wouldn't, be weird wearing the shirt.
Yeah.
I could get you one for $30.
Yeah.
All right. I need a double X if they have any. If they could put one aside for me, I'd appreciate it. That would be lovely. All right. So we need to get caught up here with our breaks, and then after we do that, when we come back on the other side here, we will speak with Mr. Bonaduce and see what's going on with him. That's always interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, I like him. And once again, Johnny B, if you're listening, you need to get back into radio, bro.
Yes.
You can take it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just have to, you just got to, you got to be, I'm concealed carry. That's how I get stuff done here. Concealed carry.
Yeah.
They know it.
It's very effective.
They know it. They respond to it. Think about it.
This is a simulcast of the Steve Dahl Show on WLS AM 890. The last live show on the Loop.
All right, son, the party's over.
After this, it's over.
All over your face.
Sponsored by David Hochberg of Pearl Mortgage. Visit PERLDavid.com.
More cowbell. Steve Dahl Show is being simulcasted right now on the Loop 97.9 along with our regular show on WLS AM 890. If you're just tuning into the Loop, number one, yes, I'm still alive.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Number two, we're doing a good show. I think you might want to check it out if you haven't on WLS AM 890 every day. We don't do politics and all that. We just try to be funny. We try to be funny.
Entertaining fellas.
Yeah, I try to be funny. Mm-hmm. I don't know what they're trying. I mean, sometimes I fail. But also, the Loop is going off the air at midnight tonight. So,
yeah.
If you want to listen to that bizarre transition, I don't know what they're going to play last. I recommended Highway to Hell.
Yeah.
There's so many options. But Jesus Takes the Wheel, that's a song too, at midnight tonight. And a lot of people have been calling. We've been talking with a lot of former Loop air staff. And so I haven't had a chance to put any listeners on, really, not too many of them anyway. But we've been looking at all the tweets and the texts and stuff, and there's no Loop without the listeners.
Yep.
So they don't let you do all that stuff if nobody's listening.
Exactly.
Right.
They go, let's do something else.
Yeah, there's been some great tweets like from Larry Martinek at LD Mart. It's like a giant family reunion, 40 years in the making. Thanks for the memories.
Yeah, cool. Yeah. I hope it sounds good. I'm honored to be in the position of presiding over the wake.
Yep.
I guess.
Yeah.
Danny Bonaduce's on the line. Hey, Danny Bonaduce.
Hey, Steve Dahl. How are you?
I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm very well, thank you. I'm sitting here. I'm in Seattle, Washington, and I hear you say slow and dramatically, there's no Loop without, and I full-on expected to hear Danny Bonaduce. And then you went another way completely.
Yeah, what did I do? Oh, listeners.
Listeners.
Yeah. Yeah, well, they are kind of important in the scheme of things. Yeah, as it turns out. So, you're still on the radio, right?
Yeah, mornings in Seattle. Been here about 6 or 7 years now.
Yeah, and you must have straightened yourself out because I don't read any arrest reports about you anywhere in the papers or anything. So that's good.
No, I've been good for this is a real long run for me.
Yeah.
I can't say I've been in any real trouble since '92, but I was in minor trouble in all through the '90s and a little bit in the 2000s.
Yeah, but that's okay. That's good. That's it's good for your image. It gives you your edge and whatnot.
Sobered up around 7 years ago.
Really, right on, man. Congrats. Me too. I 23 years ago for me, but
yeah. Oh, believe me, I absolutely know the difference between us. I think you like it more than I do. I don't care for it.
Getting stoned, getting high,
being sober. I want to drink so goddamn bad all the time.
That's bad. I don't think that's good, man. I think you might want to get a sponsor or something. Because I never think about it.
I've got one lovely, beautiful wife who looks after me.
Right.
I've got ex-wives that want just tons of money.
Right.
So basically that helps keep me, whether I like being sober and or not, my responsibilities scream sobriety.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's like having a sponsor. How many ex-wives do you have?
Ex-wives 2, current wives 1.
All right. That's like 3 sponsors then.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. 1 active and 2 on the bench.
Exactly, man.
And probably your lawyer too. So
can you believe the Loop will be playing its last whatever the hell it plays? I was listening to you. I've listened to you a couple times. You are still just completely entertaining there, Dahl.
Oh, thanks, man.
You're welcome. And I'm listening, and you said they're going to have this really weird, awkward transition at midnight. What the hell are they going to do?
I don't know what they're going to do on the classic rock side.
Right.
Well, I actually don't know what they're going to do on either side, but earlier in the week I mentioned that maybe Highway to Hell would be a good thing to play.
Genius.
So I think last time I checked, that's what they were going to do, but I don't really know. But it's going to be it's a sad moment for Chicago radio, I think.
Yeah, my good friend and producer when I was working at the Loop has been in contact with me, and he sent me a picture that had completely escaped me of essentially my first crew, if you will, my first producer and sidekick and weather person. And I'm thinking, first of all, I have not improved in 30 years. That was just a good show, and it's a good town, and it was a good station, and I, for one, sir, will be sad to see it go.
Yeah. Yeah, me too. And especially sad we have 4 stations. We had 4 stations housed in this same studio complex, and the Loop is one of the 4. And so, Tuesday, like a bunch of people got whacked, man.
Yeah.
It was just like I came in at like noon, and people were walking out with boxes. And so I feel bad for them. I feel bad for for radio listeners because it's just one less choice unless you want to listen to K-Love. Again, I think it should be J-Love. Mm-hmm. Love the J, man.
I've been through it myself very recently. 3 months ago, maybe less, maybe 2 months ago, I'm sitting there working for CBS Radio, and then I read in the paper that I now work for iHeartRadio, and we moved over to these new and lovely studios, just beautiful studios. But 60 people lost their jobs or something like that, or went to other stations. It's just radio's getting to be more and more of a rough business.
Yeah, it's on a fixed income.
Right.
Radio's on a fixed income, so it's like radio's like a senior citizen now eating cat food, just trying to stay alive.
Yeah, well, I'm a couple of years away from being officially old. I'm 58 years old now.
Yeah.
And I'm walking towards the cat food myself.
Yeah, me too. I'm that's one of the reasons I'm here is I don't have a taste for cat food.
Well, keep working, man.
I will, man, and stay healthy and stay sober, bro, because I love you, man, and I miss you, and I'm glad to hear that you're doing well.
Well, thanks, and I don't know if your listeners remember. Johnny B was wonderful, and Kevin was wonderful to me. But I remember everybody telling me about, Steve Dahl. And I walked into the studio scared to death to do my first interview with you. And, yeah, funny and interesting and all that, but you couldn't have been kinder to me, and I really appreciated it then and now.
No, thanks, man. Well, that's I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. That's a nice way to end it. So,
all right, buddy.
That's great.
I'll talk to you soon.
All right, man. Take care.
Bye.
Danny Bonaduce.
This is the Steve Dahl Show, the last live show on the Loop ever.
All right, everybody, stay right where you are.
Heard weekday afternoons on WLS AM 890. The Steve Dahl Show. This simulcast is sponsored by David Hochberg of Pearl Mortgage.